Hey guys, welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. I'm the INSANEBRIT and this is January 2023 update vlog for, well, January obviously, 2023. We're going to talk about ongoing playthroughs, upcoming playthroughs, talking about FIFA content, a PC update, as well as Graham Potter's Chelsea side, etc. And people calling for his head already, etc. Do I agree with it? Do I not agree with it? Where am I at on the situation? Because I know I haven't given you guys an update on anything like TikTok and stuff like that. I just haven't been bothered to post things there. I know I should. It does do wonders for my channel, I suspect. You know, I get more views over there, etc. But I just can't be bothered to sit there with a 2-minute rant after every game, and I don't watch every game as well. So, well, I do if I have the option, if it's on Sky Television, but if it's not, and sometimes they're not, I'm like, and then I've got people around me on the weekend as well, so it's like, I don't know, I just don't really find the time to do it or whatever. Anyway, but we'll be talking about the Batman movie as well, that I got for Christmas, as well as Batman vs. Robin a little bit. So there's a lot of topics to talk about in this video, so stay tuned for all of that. So well, I've got a list here. I've taken my glasses off because it's better without the glasses. It looks shit because the lighting has always been bad for the past couple of. I've been meaning to update it and change it and everything, but like, or just get a light at the back and whatever else to counter it. Anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so playthroughs. GTA San Andreas. Really good game, really enjoying it. There's been two elements to it right now. There has been the ghetto side of it in the beginning, like the gang kind of thing, you know, you're in the ghetto, gotta get out the ghetto kind of mentality. We moved on to another section now in the part of the game, which is a nicer area. I want to address the elephant in the room when it comes to me playing that game, because I'm watching it back, I'm writing out the videos and everything else, tagging them and blah blah blah, and some of the shit that I say and do is retarded. Like, it really is. Like, I'm doing stuff like a noob, like I don't know. And the truth of it is that I actually played that game on Xbox Game Pass. Then my friend bought me the collection. So when that happened, I basically was playing San Andreas 20 years out. Like, I was like, or 10, 15 years out. Like, just jumping back into the universe and didn't know what was what. So I'm like a bit of a spaz. I'm like, what's going on? Where do I go? What's this? Where's that? So I look like an idiot. When it come to GTA 3 and Vice City, I was like a pro. I knew what I was doing and everything. It was like, yep, there, body armor, yep, buy that gun, yep. And I knew what I was doing. So that's why 3 and Vice City are better. And where you're looking at me, San Andreas, I'm like a fucking noob. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make much sense when you look at the playthroughs, like 1, 2, and 3, because you think I go along the line. I didn't. I actually played it in kind of reverse order. So if you're thinking, why is he such an idiot in his playthrough? It's because I didn't know what I was doing, and it's been 10, 15 years since I played the game. That's literally the first one I played in 10, 15 years, well, from whenever it came out. So other than GTA 5 or whatever it is, you know, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5. Other than that one, which even then has been about 4 years since I played that. So, you know what I mean? So I had to get back into it, and especially the old style graphics. So that is what's going on there, if you're thinking I'm a bit of an idiot when I'm playing that. The last two videos haven't been great. They've been dealing with missions that have been really hard and tough to do and kind of boring. Good if you enjoy me ranting and raving and moaning, then yeah, you'll enjoy them. So I understand why them two videos haven't done as particularly well, especially it was over the holiday period as well, so people were busy with family and Christmas and stuff like that, which I understand. Now, I did do 20 days of GTA San Andreas, so you might be a bit bored of a playthrough, some people may not be interested in it, but in terms of numbers, you guys are interested. I've gained some subscribers from it, maybe 10, 20, I don't know, but you guys are enjoying the series. Now, we've had 3 GTA games on my channel. At this point, I'm thinking, damn, we've got to really break it up and everything else. I was thinking about playing Persona 5 for 20 days straight this month in January. Now, there's a couple of things with that. A, people want to watch San Andreas and, you know, they're entertained by it, and the numbers are high for it. Whatever, right? So it doesn't make good business sense or entertainment sense to stop doing that. At the same time, I will break it up with Persona because it's a longer playthrough. Persona 5 will be a mainstay on my channel because it's such a longer game. But again, so it doesn't make much business sense to do, oh, I'll just go Persona for 20 days straight when people waiting for GTA and stuff like that. So I'll just break it up simply for this week, and then next week it'll go back to San Andreas. So we're going to have San Andreas and Persona 5. Now, if you don't know what Persona 5 is, or you're not into RPGs, etc. I gotta say, I'm playing the game. Maybe it's more fun to play than watch. I don't know, but I'm telling you now, from my perspective, for someone who doesn't deal with potions, standing combat where you have to pick an ability, attack the opponent, wait to be hit again. I never understood those kind of games. I think my first RPG kind of element dealing with potions and armor and upgrading and weapons was Monster Hunter. Never played those types of games before, never given them a chance. Played Monster Hunter 1, absolutely loved it, brilliant. Monster Hunter Iceborne, fantastic. I played it a lot better, I knew what I was doing, and the quality was a lot better as well because I had a different software to process the videos, so it wasn't you. I think I was using Movie Maker back then. Crazy, considering just it's horrible. If anything, I should replay Monster Hunter just because of the fact that I've got better processing, you know. So I never played any RPGs, and I played Monster Hunter, and then you go into the standing combat kind of situation with Yakuza 5 again. This is where it really was the standing around and picking options to battle and stuff like that. Yakuza Like a Dragon is a fantastic playthrough. And in actual fact, Monster Hunter and Yakuza are two of in my top 10. I swear to God. And now Persona 5 is also in my top 10. It's there. These RPGs, I mean, I've never played them before, and all of a sudden they're like my favourite games of all time kind of thing. It's brilliant. I cannot wait for Like a Dragon. Is it Inshin Like a Dragon? It's Inshin. It's a new one from the guys that made Yakuza. And then you've got Yakuza 6, or was it 5? I think it's Yakuza 6 coming out, or 5. I don't know. That's coming out with the same characters. So there's going to be a new story. They're fucking good, man. And then already I'm like halfway through this Persona game, and I'm like, I want Persona 6. Are you going to announce Persona 6? Like, this is crazy. So if you're not into these types of games, I'll tell you what, the stories are fantastic. The gameplay is interesting. You'll get into them. It's so easy. So if you're not willing to buy them and play them yourselves, which I kind of understand, there's a lot of things that I'm not interested in that I won't. I'm interested in, but I won't play them, and I damn sure don't want to pay for them. So I'll watch somebody else play them. I get it. I suggest you watch the Persona 5 playthrough just to give it a chance. Always give it a chance. Look at me. I never played any of them, and here I am loving those games. So yeah, 100%. So that is going to be a mainstay on my channel going forward, and I'll break it up with other playthroughs. So yeah, Persona 5 is absolutely brilliant story. Like semi open world, you know, speaking to different characters, getting items, doing quests and stuff like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, I suggest you check out Persona 5. That is really annoying me. The background is annoying me. I want that light, that PlayStation light on. It's so dark in here. That's with the light on, by the way, and the curtains open. It's like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so yeah, so Persona 5 will be a mainstay, and San Andreas will continue next week as well. So don't worry, that is coming back. Next up, I want to speak a little bit, before I jump into FIFA content. FIFA Sims will be a stay here anyway. I'm doing them every single week, etc. I think that the people that do the updates with the game on the weekly inform situation basically have been on holiday because the games have been poor. They're saying they've updated and downloaded something, and it's not really there. There's no inform, there's no Chelsea up or in the stats or down for shit teams. It's just none of that. So I think they're just coming back from holiday. So those FIFA Sims should get better over the course of the next 2 weeks or whatever. Hopefully people will be back to work, and you know what I mean? It is what it is. So that is happening. So hopefully those FIFA Sims will be better, but they will continue. FIFA, should I continue on with the FIFA route? Okay, so basically, well, no, I'll talk about Chelsea a little bit first and foremost. So Chelsea transfers and stuff like that. I'm not going to harp on too long because I know a lot of you don't like me talking about that. Some of you do, some of you don't. I could dedicate a separate video to it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to glance over it here. So Graham Potter, a lot of people have been talking about sacking him and all the rest of it, and I've got to say that is not the answer. He's built teams before and they've done well. You have to look at the change of mindset. You look at the people on Twitter and they piss me off because they want to win now. They say this is Chelsea, we've got to do this, we've got to do that. It is a process. We see it with Arteta and Arsenal. You see it Pep Guardiola. Okay, he built a super team, but he's been doing it for like 5-10 years now at this point, I swear to God, or close to, where he's got his super team and he's adding good players to it to improve it. Graham Potter hasn't had none of this. He's had no transfer window. We're just giving him one now to bring in the type of players he wants to do and play the football that he wants to play. And you know what? And somebody said it best. You know what? We've had Tuchel, we've had Potter, we had I can't remember. We had Lampard, but guess what? We changed all their managers, but we never changed the midfield. We haven't changed any of those types of players. It's just poor. It really is. We've got to change that midfield, get rid of the old crap. I think that we're playing too many old players at the back. They're being beaten for pace. I mean, that was the problem in the previous match. Jabloa should have played ahead of SP. I think Azpilicueta should have left the club. I love him. I think he's a legend. But somebody said that he's kind of being, his legacy's being tarnished by him getting done every week or when he plays. He's just not that pacey enough at the back. He'd do well in France or he'd do well in another league, a shit league, but he's not for us right now, and it doesn't make much sense to have kept him around. And that's just being brutally honest, getting rid of the older players, whether it be Jorginho, Azpilicueta. Kante's injured, so I don't think they want to renew his contract. He's now being told, look, you'll have to renew this way because we don't want to pay you 300 grand a week. You have to play for us before we start paying you 300 plus grand a week, and you're not playing for us. It's not going to be worth the investment. You're 31, 32, whatever it is. So why would we do that? We would rather just get rid of you and bring somebody else in who's younger, more energetic. We see it when Gallagher come on and Ziyech brought on energy when we played the previous match. So yeah, it just got to be brutal and get rid of the older players, man. Just fuck them off. I'm sorry, that's just the way I feel right now at this point, and we have a fresh start and we can go again, and that's what needs to happen. So for me, I trust Potter. Whether he's the right man or not for the job, don't know, but we've got to start that process. We've got a hell of a lot of youth players coming in. Enzo for 130 million pounds. We bought in the 6'4" Bashir guy or whatever from France, who I bought on FIFA. He's really good, really good. I mean, he's like Fofana. We've had injuries as well. That hasn't helped with Reece James. We need a proper right back backup for Reece James. Chilwell's been out as well. Cucurella for me looks a bit fucking lost every time I see him with the when I watched him in the previous game against Nottingham Forest, the ball was going around him, it was going over him, he was chasing like a dog. But if running is what your job is, then we might as well bring on Mo fucking Farah. The guy just never made a brilliant challenge or stopped anything. It was just shit. He was running around like a headless chicken. It looked poor. It really did. I weren't happy about it, to be honest with you. I'm not saying he was the one thing to blame, because he wasn't. There were a lot of them who were shit. So it is what it is. So yeah, we do need a total rebuild. I trust in the process and want this to be a long-term project. I don't want to keep chopping and changing managers. You know, it's ridiculous. Just wait, and slowly but surely we get there. And if next year he brings in these players, or this January, and next year he doesn't win anything, then maybe we can consider, should we let him go or should we not. But at the end of the day, for me as a Chelsea fan, I'm still going to be here. Win, lose or draw, I'm still going to be watching Chelsea anyway. You know what I mean? So I'll always be here watching, and my opinion hasn't changed just yet on Potter. We've got to give him that time, give him that chance, that transition. And it may take 1 year, it may take 2, I feel. But yeah, it is what it is. Maybe it gets to the point where it's the 3rd year and we haven't done anything, or if we haven't won anything, then we've got to say, you know what, it ain't working, let's get rid of him. Look at it that way. I can't see Chelsea waiting 3 years to win something or whatever. I think 2 years max probably will be, I mean, at least in my opinion at this point in time. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. Hey, maybe he'll get fired 6 months from now. I don't know. Don't know what the ownership are going to do. They're saying long term, but who knows? It is what it is. As for, yeah, getting back, what else am I going to talk about here before I get onto the PC situation? Again, that kind of colludes with FIFA as well. So, let's talk about, okay, so I talked about the Potter thing. So I want to talk about movies next before we get into the PC situation and stuff like that. And I'll go on a bit of a rant about that. How long am I into this video? 14 minutes, but whatever. So I want to talk about these 2 films specifically. Of course, okay, so I'll talk about this one first. Batman versus Robin. Basically, it's a story. It's the animation's really good. I was impressed with the animation. It's not the 90s animation Batman. It's a DC film, up to date, 2015. It's 7 years old. It's got a different voice actor from Kevin Conroy. Rest in peace to him, who died recently, of course, age 61 from cancer, colon cancer, I believe he had. So I was like, but I have seen this voice actor before, so I weren't really pissed off like I normally am. When it comes to voice actors changing from characters that I love and everything, I'm like, oh, fuck off. But this was actually, but I've heard his voice before. It was fine. It was okay. Robin was good as well. The story was pretty decent. The animation had 3D, I think, elements of 3D animation in it, if I'm not mistaken. But it was high quality. I was surprised at that. I thought it would just be general shit animation, but it actually wasn't. It was actually pretty good. The story reverts to Robin not being trusted by Batman, and he wants to do like go ahead like a rabid dog, like what's over here kind of thing, and Batman's like, calm down, you got to wait for me, and this, that, and the other. And then the talisman of a court of owls, basically he's trying to convince Robin to go with his instinct and basically do what Batman isn't willing to do, and cross the line, and instead of like putting people in jail, but actually take them out. And so it's a really interesting story. I really enjoyed it. Batman versus Robin. It wasn't bad. It's only like £8. I mean, these animated movies, by the way, are quite cheap, around 8, 9, 10 quid on average. So I might buy one or two others moving forward. Who knows? But again, my PC at this point in time, it's all focused on that. Anyway, the next thing I want to talk about is the Batman. Now, I have to say, I've seen all the Batman movies from the 90s to the new ones, and then this obviously being the latest one. And I've got to say, okay, so the problem for me is, is it Robert Pattinson? The vampire dude. Robert Pattinson isn't a bad Batman. Haven't got an issue with him as Batman. Haven't got a problem with him as Alfred. I thought that the Riddler was really cool. Cool, like intense. He was a bit, it was good. It was good, the Riddler. And then you've got, Penguin was in there as well, who you don't really see too much of. But I gotta say, it was, how should I put this? A lot of Batman movies are to the point, and you see the action, and it's very simplistic to follow, and it's whatever, and it's fine. This one was more gritty. It focused on more detective stuff than it did the traditional Batman of what you usually see in the movie theaters, right? In the movies. Which I didn't mind. Now, I was tired when I watched this, I won't lie, so I was dropping off a little bit in the first, in the latter stages, it's a 3-hour film, right? So, I was like 40, 50 minutes into it, and I was like, nothing's really over the top happened just yet, and I'm getting a bit tired. So yeah, that was just a thing for me. So they focused on the investigational thing, and I've got to say, Catwoman's in it. She looked really pretty. She was wearing wigs. She was swapping wigs. She had short hair in the movie. I'm sure you've seen the trailers. Of course, in the photo there, you can see she has short hair. She looked better with wigs on, I have to say. She got beautiful eyes, that girl. I don't know what her name is. Kravitz. I think her name's Kravitz. I don't know. He was really cool. I thought he was decent. They had some like long build up to the actual finale of whatever was happening in the movie, and it was quite intense. There was moments I felt it was quite tense. So I enjoyed the gritty, tense Batman. I didn't mind that. The movie was a little bit darker, gritty, which I enjoyed, and I think they should go on with that, and they will continue with that element of Batman. That is fine. I didn't mind the fact that it was dark everywhere to a point. I know people don't like that. I get it. But I will say that I wish the sound was better. I wish they would fucking speak up and speak normal, because it felt like every motherfucker was whispering. Like, yeah, I'll go on here. But I could barely hear, and it weren't just Batman doing that. It was like everyone was fucking low talking. I was like, turn this shit up. You know what I mean? I was turning it up. I was like, this is ridiculous. But it's a good movie, worth seeing if you're a Batman fan. I'm looking forward to seeing the next one. Whatever they did and the criticisms they got, I hope they improve upon any of that on the next one. I cannot wait to see the next one. Again, it focused on more detective stuff, so it was a different style of Batman, which ain't a bad thing. But it was just unique to what I'm used to seeing, and I think of what a lot of people are used to seeing in Batman. If you're a fan of Batman, you may enjoy it, you may not. I'm a fan, but at the same time, I'm always like, could have cut 20 minutes out of this film, please. You know what I mean? Just pushed it on a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, there was some intense moments there, which I enjoyed the build up to. It was quite good, and it kept you on your seat. The problem is, can I watch this film again? Would you just watch it once and that's the end of it? Maybe it's one of those films, but I did enjoy it either way. I mean, for example, if that is one of those films, the previous ones, the Christopher Nolan ones with Bane, Joker, Heath Ledger, and all the rest of it, right? Those 3 films I must have seen like 10 times over in like 10, 15 years or whatever, however long. It's been about 12 years since they come out. I must have seen them about 3 times each. You know what I mean? Like literally. Like it's just like, 3 times like over the course of like per year or whatever. I've just amazing. So I've seen them like 20 times. I swear to God, in like 10 years, because they're that good. They're rewatchable. The Joker one, the Bane one especially. Maybe some not so much the first one, but definitely the Bane and the Joker one are like brilliant to me. So yeah, so the Batman, a different kind of film. Can't wait for the next one. Gritty, and yeah, looking forward to that in whenever that comes out. I don't know when. I think they said that it's coming. It's like a long way off. So for whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe 2024. I mean, obviously they've announced now, so 2024 maybe. You know what I mean? And that's even if they're going for production in 2023, which I don't think it will. It's a possibility. Also, they didn't mention his parents in that movie. Like, well, they mentioned them, but they didn't ram it down your throat of how it happened and blah blah. It kind of, you know, it didn't bore you with that because most people know the premise of Batman. So that was kind of good. Moving on to FIFA career mode and the PC update. Now, obviously the holidays were around. I couldn't really get I couldn't get to recording FIFA with everyone around. It's just a pain in the ass to do. So I said it would start up in January, and that was fine. However, a PC update. Now, remember, I kind of was going to get a PC in about 3 months' time. That's what I was talking about. Like, oh, I'll get it this time. 3 months, I'll save and I'll get this. I have enough money. However, I've had an injection of cash, or I've managed to borrow some money, put myself in debt basically, and basically I'm able to buy it this month, the PC. However, I have not got. Obviously, I have to get the PS5, which is the next thing. At the same time, I need the card catcher as well to do it, because if I have a PS5 and I get I'm gonna need a different card catcher. I don't know if this one can handle it. And then I've got the PC. Hopefully, that will be able to run it. But you know what I mean. So I'm kind of like, if I start it now and end up getting a PC and a PS5, I'm gonna have to switch over, fuck around. It's a lot of ag. So, and even if I have a PS5 and a PC, I still have to buy the card catcher, which costs another 150. So I don't know. Maybe I should just start it on the PS4 and then maybe, you know, just go each week and wait, and then finish it on the PS4, and then if I get a chance to upgrade the PC and stuff like that, just let you guys know that I'm doing that, and then transferring over. I don't know. It's a pain in the ass right now for me, just deciding on that. It's the only one piece of content that's currently missing from my channel, which obviously that I've been doing for a long time. So, and I know if you guys miss it, my apologies for that. You guys voted for me to be at Lyon in France, which I will be at, and I will do it. I've not got a problem doing it. It's just a matter of when, and I'm kind of annoyed that I've had to deny it for 2 or 3 weeks and then possibly even further. So I'm kind of pissed off at myself for that, but it is what it is. So yeah, unless I just start it and then just, you know, whatever. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to start it and just fucking do it, and then we just, you know, we'll kill it off. Or maybe I play it for a number of days, and then I'll have like 6 weeks worth of content for you guys to and I'll just release it slowly but surely. And then when that changes over, transitions, I'll be like, okay, cool. I've transitioned over to actually, you know, the PS5 or whatever, you know what I mean, eventually. But again, I need, sorry guys, it's pissing me off. I need the car catcher, which is going to cost another 150 on top of the 500 it's going to cost me for a PS5. So yeah, and even then you got to be able to get one and everything else. But you know, the good news on that though overall is that, you know, the PC situation is coming to an end, so that's really good. What am I going for? This is the next step I want to talk about as well. Of course, I think I was going to go for a 3060. Of course, the 4090 is out now at this point. I've ended up investing a little bit more money because I was able to borrow money, so I've been able to. Originally, my budget was around, I think, £1,400, something like that, maybe 15 tops. And even then, I was struggling at that 15, 1600, kind of like, oh, it was like, nah, I've got 12, 1300 in my mind. This is what I got. I don't want to. I've dragged it out long enough. I just got to get a PC. I can't be going to 1800 and all that. That's crazy. Long story short, I'm going to 1800. So I'm getting a, what am I getting? I'm getting an i9, oh god, an i9 graphics card is going to be a 3070 Ti. A lot of people will say you should just go for the 3080. Well, the company I'm going with actually hasn't got the 3080 in stock. I just want to see what the prices would be for that. So yeah, it is what it is, and with this specific company. Now because I've got 1800, I'm not kind of limited to one company, right? I say limited to one company, but I was going with a specific company, and I was like always adamant that I was. Then I would increase the amount of money I was spending on the PC, and basically, I was like, well, let's be broader. Let's go to these other PC places. Let's go to Asus. Let's go to Meta PCs. And of course, Facebook and everything else has been watching what I've been doing on Google, and they're like, we got PCs for you. And they're like, just give me a fucking PC left, right, and center. So I'm checking out all these companies, and I'm telling you, I am not someone who builds PCs, but I researched a lot about them. I watch people build PCs. I don't want to build a PC myself. I just prefer someone with an expertise and knows how to do it for me. I'm one of those people. Yes, I'm a pre-built guy. Don't hate me. But again, at the same time, I'm not fucking stupid. Okay? So I'm looking at all these PC companies. I'm telling you, man, and even ones YouTubers promote, Meta PCs, for example, right? I know they're in America, whatever. Don't care where you're at. I'm just looking at your company and the product you sell. I'm even looking. I looked at another company with an esports team, and the esports team, man, like they're, hey, bud, it's esports PC. Our esports team use it with this team, and we use this badass PC. Dude, they're trying to sell you i5s for like 2,000. They're trying to sell you i7s for 2,000 plus. And I'm like, what? No fucking way. With a 3060 in the engine, I'm like, are you crazy? Why am I paying for a 3060 i7 2800 when I can go and buy a 3070 Ti? You know what I mean? i9 for like 1800. Are you fucking nuts? These people are insane. The pre-built market is fucking nuts. They're trying to fuck people. And if you are someone like me who's a pre-built person, if you don't know the knowledge about what you're buying, you're like a parent. I want a good PC. I've got £3 to spend for my kid. Or just say, for example, you could be spending £3, yeah, but you could be buying shit. Complete shit. It's unreal. I've never seen anything like it. And Meta PCs and all these other places, and again, I keep mentioning them because they're the most ones that are prevalent when it comes to YouTubers and stuff promoting them. Chili Bang, I think, is a company they're called. Another one out there. I looked at Asus. I think Asus. I buy Asus laptops and stuff. I don't know if it was Asus specifically, but there are a lot of companies, man, if you in the pre-built market that are trying to fuck people over. Cyberpower, I think they might have had one or two deals. I don't know, but so I went to their websites. I built my own PC with the same kind of specs, and they were still charging me. After enough, because I went to the website, built the PC, and it said, or put my specifications in what I wanted, and I looked at the price at the end, £4,000. I was like, what? £4,000? Are you fucking nuts? And I've skipped water cooling and all that shit, and you're still trying to charge me £4,000. You're fucking insane. So yeah, pre-built market is fucking terrible. I'm happy I'm going with the people I'm going with right now at this point in time, so I'm really pleased with that because my price was about 1,800. And I'm getting a really nice looking PC with all my specs that I want on it. So yeah, I'm happy with what I've chosen, and I'll be buying it this month. I'm not going to go too much into detail about who I'm buying it with and everything else and what it looks like. I'm going to leave that because there'll be an unboxing and stuff like that. But yeah, man, the pre-build market's fucking terrible. So yeah, so I kind of understand where PC gamers are like, build your own. I get it, but dude, I would really, really hardcore shop around. If I'm going to spend £3,000 on a PC and it's pre-built, I'm getting a 4080, 4090. I ain't fucking getting like some bullshit, 3070. You're fucking nuts. I'm like, no, I'm paying that kind of money. I'm buying the top end shit. You know what I mean? This is insane. So fuck that. They're trying to fuck people all over, and I can't stand that shit. It's insane. So again, if you're someone who don't know about PCs and stuff, again, I don't consider myself too knowledgeable. Like, I'm not going to be able to build it, but I'm not stupid enough as well to go out paying the kind of money that they want for what they're giving me. Fuck that. That's insane. It's almost like if I gave you money for a Ferrari and said to go buy a Ferrari, and you come back to me next day with a Mini Cooper, and they charged you for Ferrari money for a Mini Cooper, and then I tell you, what did you get? Why? And then you go, well, it's got a British flag on it, so that was extra. They, like the British, the UK flag, and then they put some tyres on it. Like what? That shouldn't have cost you an extra 20, 30 grand on top of that. You're fucking nuts. I'd smack you. And that's basically what they're trying to do. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, hopefully this month I will have a new PC. I'll let you know what I decide to do with FIFA. Maybe I do it. Just put the FIFA content out there with Leon on the PS4 Pro for now. And then I'll wait to get a PS5. So hopefully we'll get a PS5. I don't know when. I don't think it'll be this month, obviously. It could be next month. I don't know. And then after that, obviously, I've got to buy the car catcher, the new car catcher, etc. I was also thinking about doing the join button as well, and charging, like, if people wanted to join, they could, if they wanted to, like £2 a month. A couple of people do it. 10 people do it, I don't know, and that would support me. You just get emojis and stuff like that on your comments or whatever. But I know not a lot of people comment. I don't know if it'd be worth it for people to do it, but none of my content would be behind a paywall. I would just say, if you want to hit the join button and donate to me to help run the channel, then by all means you could. It's up to you, and then every cent would be invested back into the channel for content for you guys, so it is what it is. But yeah, so 2023 should be really good in respects to PS5. We should have a new PC, new car catcher, and then I'll be able to tap into PS5 games, etc. and playing some really great games as well that I've already played, some of them. Like Red Dead I want to redo because it's terrible sound. I want to do the Uncharted series on the PS5, but I'll be mixing those up with other games as well. So, you know, and then we've got obviously PS5 games. I want to do the Batman game, the last Batman game that came out in the series, the Arkham series, with Joker in it and stuff. I want to do that. And we've got a bunch of PS5 games as well, the new God of War and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of different games, new games, PS5, some old as well, mixed in. But yeah, so hopefully as long as I'm able to continue to do this, I will be doing it and having fun, and yeah. So I'm looking forward to 2023. Again, with PC Saga, it's finally coming to a fucking end. Oh, one more thing as well. I nearly forgot about this. Last month I spoke about a comic book collection and everything like that. I did buy the Ninja Turtles, Batman Ninja Turtles kind of crossover. And in the first book that I got, I've basically got... sorry, I got in the first book, it was a story about... I think is it Donatello? The one with the purple band with a stick. I can't remember his name, basically. It's been about a month since I read the book. But basically... he's basically fighting, he loses a fight, and then like literally his teammates are like, hey, help him out, save him, and he's like, oh man, I was too weak for this fight or whatever, and everyone's like, hey, it's not your fault, man, you're not the stronger fighter than us, you know, a stronger fighter is us, you basically deal with tech, so you're not as good as this, that, and the other. And it's basically an acknowledgement in the first book that he isn't as good as fighter as him, and he wants to be stronger. And then Splinter's like, oh, my son, you have to be, you know, you bring something different to the table rather than strength. You do tech, and your knowledge is, you're smarter than the others. And he's like, fuck that, I want to be stronger. So it was an interesting concept, and I kind of liked that. And it ended on a kind of badass cliffhanger where basically he went to Batman's world in a time portal or whatever, and then, you know, and Batman was fighting Bane at the time. And Bane basically got teleported over to the Ninja Turtles world, and I think he's going to become the leader of the Foot Clan, which of course is Shredder's clan. And also his daughter's in it, I believe, as well, which I didn't know. He had a daughter and all the rest of it. Of course, it's a series I don't really... I've only known the 90s animation TV show, so I didn't know he had a daughter. Comics, of course, you know, further in depth and everything else. So I got the second book here as well. I bought that. So there's the second one. I haven't read it yet, but yeah. So Batman and Robin, along with is it Leonardo? Leonardo's his name. I think that's his name, right? So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this one. So yeah, but here's the thing: they're very short. Okay, so what I'm going to do in the future when it comes to series is, instead of buying the individual comics, for me personally, I'm going to buy the books, the completed section, completed comic all together in a hardback book or whatever. I'm a Batman fan, so I'll be doing that with some Batman books and stuff like that moving forward. Hopefully, after I've spent all my money on this PC and stuff, I'll be able to invest here and there in some books, and I'll be showing you what one I have each month, maybe. Maybe it won't be a monthly thing, but I'll be picking out series and books that I wanna I'll buy, and I'll show you them, and etc. And maybe have a bit of a review on them or talk about the story or whatever. So that's another piece of interesting content. Just something I'm interested in doing, etc. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I haven't read it yet, but this is the last collection or last thing I'm going to do like this when it comes to the comics, because I want an actual book, and then I can just get into the story. Because when the book ends, it pisses me off, and I'm like, man, when's the next one? Have I got the next one? When's it coming? I'd rather have a whole book completed and I'm able to do what I want to do, like just go through it at my own pace, you know what I mean, rather than stop and then wait whenever, and it's like always the next one in the series. So I might do that going forward. So guys, there's been a big update in this month's channel. We're talking PC stuff, like I said. That should come to an end. You'll have an unboxing for that. I'll get a PS5 at some point, whether I can find one or not. I may have a join button up as well if people are interested in clicking that. There's also the super thanks. No one's really bothered doing that, which is a shame, really. It is what it is. Sorry guys, as well, if you've made it this far into the video, there's something I really wanted to say at the beginning of this video and I completely forgot. And I would like to thank everybody who has subscribed to this channel. I know that I stopped doing food and everything, and a lot of people don't come to my channel, you know, primarily was subscribed for that, and people have dropped off. I understand completely. For the most part, that's been eradicated on my channel, and people coming here knowing me for games and FIFA and stuff like that. So, but it does mean an awful lot. It's, you know, ideally, in an ideal world, you know, I had 11,000 people watch my channel this month, 11,000, and it's been about 6-7 thousand per month, but 11,000 is an increase, of course. And I will say, ideally, I'd love 5,000 of those people to subscribe. Man, we'd be fucking on easy street. You'd be like, yeah, this is great. Community is growing, the channel's growing, but it's not like that. It's never like that. So, and that's fine. It is what it is. It's unfortunate, but there you go. But it's not about that. It's about slowly but surely people joining the channel, you know what I mean, and it's a slow race. This year I've had like 130 people subscribe to the channel in 2022, so who knows, maybe, you know, with the PS5 and more interesting games, Batman will be returning, obviously, with the Arkham. I've got the Gotham Knights game now as well. That will be happening. I'll be playing Halo 5, Tomb Raider, Bioshock 2, 3. I know some of those are old, but we've been playing newer games as well. Yeah, so, yeah, it is what it is. But slowly but surely, we'll get there in the end. And there is no end goal, but we'll grow slowly but surely. And I'd like to thank everyone who has subscribed this year and who's enjoying the content, even if it's just FIFA content, doesn't matter. But please do check out the other playthroughs, especially if it's something you're not really interested in playing yourself. Just check out Persona 5. It's really good. The story's fantastic. You know... Oh man, and the story's just phenomenal, and of course you got my personal input with the commentary as well, which is funny because there's actual things where you have to study in the game, and I'll give you a personal insight into what's like. Like they talk about real world stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is this, and this is that, and I know this, and I give you little stories about it here and there in the playthrough. So, you know, there are some times where it's a little bit tough for me as well. And I literally in Mementos, I think, is one of the areas that I struggle in at times because I can't find my way around. It's a pain in the ass. But yeah, but I'll label them appropriately. Trust me on that. Like Momentous Hell Part 1 and stuff like that, and whatever dungeon part, you know, I'll break up the dungeons and stuff like that because they're quite long at times. Not because I'm shit, but because they're just longevity of them. They want you to, it just takes forever to get through them. It's like a pain in the ass. So they span a couple of videos. Guys, I am 38 minutes. This has got to be the longest video I've done in like 2 years, I swear to God, when it comes to me just talking on a vlog. I am going to leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the content and my thoughts and opinions on Chelsea, the Batman movie, comic book, you know, moving forward. We'll have books coming forward, like, hopefully, and I hope you're excited for the content of 2023. Maybe hit the join button, or hit the super thanks, whatever, to donate to this channel. I do need investment to get that car catcher. That is primarily where I'm at right now, because the PC money's there. It's all tied up in that, and I'll be ordering it. I'll let you know on the community tab what I do with FIFA going forward. When it comes to the career mode, it will happen. It's just a matter of when. Anyway, guys, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Links are in the description below. I'll see you in Persona 5, and thanks so much for watching.